you joining, James? Are you going to join in?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna wait a second for a few more people to come into the group. Hi, Pam and James. Okay, I shared it in a few groups. Hello, hi everybody. Hello, oh, it's great to have you all here. Hello. We have a few more people on Facebook that are on YouTube than we do on Facebook. Okay, so hi, it's Tammy Louise with TLCDesigns, and I got a little busy this past week, but I did get a chance to watch some videos, and I remember years and years ago that I used to work in an office, and some of the ladies knew that I made greeting cards, and so they would ask me, like on special occasions, Mother's Day, things like that, if I would make a greeting card for them, and they'd give me a few dollars for it, and I thought that was really fun, but I sometimes struggled for different ideas, how to make the card a little bit different, how to design it maybe a little different, or configure it differently, and I know a lot of people struggle with that. There's competitions like you can get a sketch and you follow the sketches, or you have to put the circles or the main object on the left or the right, and you know, we all follow groups that do that, and I think that that's fun. I think it's a great way actually to share ideas about how to make a card a little bit differently. In the past, I used to make about 5.5 by 5.5 size cards when everyone was coloring magnolias and Elizabeth Bell, and people mostly were doing coloring, and then they had tons of layers of lace and things like that. And then I moved into the A2 size, which was 5.5 by 4.25. This size, however, is becoming really popular, and they're calling it slimline. I'm not sure exactly why they call it that, but it's called a slimline. It's just more of a longer rectangular shaped card than the average A2. And I don't have any slimline dies from any companies, and I don't have any polymer or rubber stamps right now in the store, although I did just get a box in, so yay. I'm going to be calling for a design team call very shortly. I'm going to be looking for a few women that have some experience, take good pictures, and really like to work with either digis or stamps, because we are going to have both in the store. And we're going to add dies to the inventory as well. So the design team call will happen before the end of June. I'll make my decision probably 7 to 10 days. So by the 10th or 11th of July, I'm going to be looking for some women that, you know, maybe don't have a ton of experience, that's fine. But if you like making cards, you want to grow your experience with coloring and creating, and, you know, you need to work on your own. You don't need any supervision, that sort of thing. I need some women that really are devoted to making the cards. And we'll do a call, and we'll get a few women on staff, and we'll start making some other projects and having more videos out there. So that should be real fun. It's coming very soon. So, having said all of that, what I wanted to share today was a project with one of the digitals in my store. It's called Happy Bloom, or Happy Bouquet, I'm sorry. And I wanted to show you, it's colored already for you. And it is a 6 1/4 by 3 1/4. So the bouquet has been made quite large. A little bit of it is cut off, but it's not going to matter for this project because this is a different style project anyway. And I just popped a digital sentiment in on the top. Hi Connie, how are you? Chris Kurtz, oh very cute, thank you Chris. So I just designed it and printed it out, and I want to show you how I created this project with it in the end that looks like a slimline card, and it's got just very little items on it that make it bling a little bit more. But it was really simple and it was fun to make. So let's figure out, if we have a 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, we are going to want to cut this evenly. So let me see, I want to measure it first to make sure that I didn't print this out and cut it 3 by 6. Yeah, it's 3 1/4. Oh, by 6. So we're going to keep that in mind. Maybe even cut that little quarter off. Would be even easier to try and stay even. Make it 3 by 6. Okay, so number 3 by 6. So obviously we're going to do exact even numbers. So we did 4 down. Let me get my calculator out real quick. Oh, I don't have it with me. 6. So we're going to cut it into half at 3 inch. And half of 3 inch is 1 1/2. So we are doing 1 1/2. I want to kind of keep it in order because I had to play puzzle pieces on the first one that I made this evening. So 1 1/2. Okay. And we're 3, so we're going to do 1 1/2 this way as well. I'm going to build it. I don't know if you all can see it, but I'm going to try and build it over here. gets tricky. You lose track of where you were. Alright, I need a new cutting blade in this machine because what I'm getting is like edges that have kind of a rough paper, but I'm going to go around and push them inward towards the bottom underneath so that you can't see them when we use them. And I'm just going to continue so that we can get to the fun part. Okay. Nope. Which way does this go? It goes this way. Alright, so we've done the cutting for that. I just want to clean up. Like I said, my blade is a little bit dull. We want it to look nice and sharp so that when we put these together with a dark color behind them, you'll be able to see only dark color space, and it'll be nice cut lines on the wall. This one. Just kind of pushing the paper down just to get rid of that look, that fuzzy look that it leaves. This one, you can see what I'm talking about. It's just got a fuzzy. Time for a new blade. Okay. So we have that. Now I want to explain what I used. It's just a regular foam sheet from, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby actually. It's made by Dyrese, and it's just a nice foam. You can use white, you can use black, it's just a craft foam. What I did was cut them into 1.5 by 1.5 squares, obviously 8 of them. I'm gonna move this over just a little, and I just started to tape run that's what I was afraid of, because I cut that quarter off of the 3 and made it a straight 3. We're just a little large on these. What I will do after this one is fixed, that is just cut all of these down real quick. You don't need to go all the way to the edge anyway. I had started off originally with a different size. Just snipping off a tiny bit off of each edge, 2 edges. The height and the width. Do we have anyone else? Let's see. Hi, Bobby. The computer and printer are not talking to each other right now, but the concept can work with other stamps. It's true. You can use it with any stamp. It doesn't have to be a flower stamp or a digital stamp versus a polymer stamp. I think the image that was used when I saw this being done was a flower stamp, and I thought, well, we'll use the Happy Bouquet. I haven't used it in a while, and it is a really beautiful bouquet of flowers. Okay, now let's continue to put foam on the back of these. Double-sided tape would work, anything really works. You just want to get a little bit of height on your project. Gives you some depth and texture and things like that with different layers. The tape runner is being stubborn today. I'm sorry about missing last week. I need all the crafty time I can get, but sometimes when we are still staying home, and my husband has the sort of job that when they call, he comes to the aid, and we're sharing the desk. So my crafty stuff is the same desk that he works from, and I was not able to do a live last week. My goal is to do a live every week, and obviously because we're going to have our big release very soon, we've got a bunch of dies waiting to be released right after I get my design team call and get some more product in the store that everybody will fall in love with. We got the cutest stamps coming, which I won't show you because it's a secret. Which way did this go? There. We have cute stamps and we have cute dies. I'm gonna contact the stencil designer or the stencil manufacturer very soon to get some stencils in. It'll be a very fun time. I've been working for other companies for a really long time in my career and designing stamps for everyone else, and now I get to do it for myself, and I've just never been happier. Okay. I get to bring out there what I love. So there, we now have the depth that the project's going to require, and I decided to go with a very dark kind of turquoise. Let me see what they're calling it. Island Blue. It's from Simon Says Stamps. And our project, this is 3x6, so this needs to be a little bit larger. I believe I cut it correctly, so it's a 3.5. So you're going to need space between each square and then a little bit on the edges as well. By 6 and just over 6.5. Sorry about the price tag. Okay. So we're going to start at the top left hand corner, add some adhesive to the back of the craft foam, and then you're just going to, I want it nice and sharp, so if I see any more of that white fuzzy stuff, I'm going to have to work with it just a little bit, so bear with me, sorry. So I know that I want to leave that much space on the edges. If in the end I need to cut any of this down, we can always do that as well. It just depends on how far or how distant you want. So it does look like it's a little bit large. So I also have the fuzzies on the blue, which I don't want. I don't know what that is, but I have to get it out there now because my obsession with it could make me crazy. Okay. Move this over just a little bit, and I'm going to pull this out because if I get the bumped up on there too much, then this sort of cutter, I kind of need a guillotine cutter. This type of cutter is not friendly to more than one depth. 2 different depths. So I want it not too far away, but I want to see the blue right there. Put this in here and cut there. It wasn't very far off. I need some new blades, Mr. Jen. Just have him run to Hobby Lobby, or Michael's. I guess you can just go ahead and buy whatever you need, and then you call them when you get there, and tell them who you are, and show them the receipt or whatever, and they just bring it out to your car. It's kind of awesome. I don't know if they're still doing that though, because a lot of things have opened, so I'm not sure. You use the concept on a photo with a card? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, pictures would be cute. This is a good idea for scrapbooking too. It just brings a little bit of personality to the project. It's just a little bit different. You could like put a ribbon through underneath. I had actually tried that earlier tonight when I made this one. But I would have to have maybe put the sentiment a little higher, and then the ribbon could have possibly fit right there and gone all the way across. But instead I just kind of made a bow, because when you carry a bouquet, you kind of hold it with a bow. I thought that that added a lot to, you know, embellish the project, basically. I didn't want it overwhelming, because the main goal is for you to really view the depth of the card and the beautiful turquoise behind all these cute little squares. Uh-oh, I lost my place. Okay, there, so it goes this way. This is a little complicated because you have to look straight on it. Sorry if it's not very well viewed in the camera while I do that, but then you can just push it down. It's like a puzzle. Isn't it cute? You know, you could do this with circles, you could do it with ovals, you could do it with just about anything, really. As long as each one of these sections are equal. Now, how would you do it with an actual circle? I'm not sure. But like puzzle pieces, if there were any dies that are the shape of puzzle pieces, that would be really cute. I have an autistic son, and you know, the logo for Asperger's and autism. Time to get a new. Uh-oh. Don't tell me I'm out. Nope. Never completely out. I need some more of this, James. Am I making a list? Alright. Huh? Right. Checking it twice. By the way, it brings up another topic. I was gonna talk about. There's a group or some. I don't know if it's an actual group of people. I can't remember half the time where I am when I'm finding things that I think is odd. I think it's Spellbinders or somebody. One of the larger stores. They have some Christmas stuff, and I know they do like a Christmas in July celebration. Now, I just noticed when I tried to match this one that I was putting on to this one, that there's white foam under here, and I don't know, I'm odd or something. I have to get it right, so we're gonna take that apart for a second, put it back on. Nope, how does that go? Yep, this way. Can be a little tricky to get them exactly right, but I'm using temporary tape right now so that I can move it around just a little bit, which I suggest you go ahead and do that, because then you can get it exactly the way you want. I can see that this is just a little bit off, so I may or may not move that, but at any rate, It depends on what you want to do, and then you could use like score tape, make it more permanent, or reuse some, you know, any kind of adhesive that you have. A liquid glue would work as well, because it'll stick to that craft, or that foam. You know, you can't always see it when you're looking at just the little square, but once you get it on that turquoise, it really pops out at you if it's not good. You see that fuzzy stuff. There you go. 2 more. It's quick too. It's a nice quick card. Depending on how much coloring the flowers take, which I really didn't spend very much time on it. I kind of just threw it together. I have something popping up on my screen. I see. Get rid of this one. Dr. Sandra Lee. More cats, please. Connie, you're not going to believe what I have coming out. I can't tell you because it's a secret. I have extra blades. Come up and get them. Connie, I wish I could. Hi, Stacy. Nice to have you guys in here with us. We're having a good time. It's about enjoying it, and I'm taking my little 1-hour break from regular life. My girlfriend is up in Traverse City. Her name is Connie, and she's with us tonight, and she's thinking I'm going to come up there and get them extra blades. I wish I could. We always have a good time. Grab a cup of coffee or tea or something and craft for a few hours and chit chat. I love doing that. Kind of just disappear and the day goes away. There you go. 1 more. I'm glad you guys could join us today. I know I didn't do advertising like I usually do. Let's see, your camera is too close. It's hard to see what you're doing. Oh, my camera's too close. Hang on a second. Let me get this out of my hand and I'll see what I can do so that... Alright, the camera's going to move, guys, so be prepared to have your eyes wiggle a little. Oops. Let me see what I can do. Now we're going to get it straight. Hopefully that helps. And that was from Therese Roy. I hope that's better. Is everybody else able to see what's going on? Hi, Stacy. I think I said that already. I don't remember. Okay, so there is just a little bit left here, which I can trim off with no problem. And there's a little bit left here. I don't know if this is going to actually cut. We'll see. It did. Wow. Okay. There we go. Now, all I did was take another piece of Crafty foam. It's probably too wide because I made this wider. Yeah, we're going to cut this down a little. And believe it or not, this foam will cut right in your... Push hard enough, and then you can just tear it off. No more grabbing a million pop dots. I really like this stuff. Okay. We're going to add some tape, runner, to the back. Pop on the adhesive. So that's what it looks like. And then we have this, which this one's a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I think it kind of looks just as good as the other one. Let's just adhere it. And then I'll have two cards that are a little bit different anyway, which is nice, in my pile of projects that I sell in the store, my local craft store. I have to look at it straight on just to get this straight, so let me, there we go. That's it. Now, where did I put little baby sequins? Here's some. I don't know what store these came from, but they were the perfect color, a little bit of gold and a little bit, and they even have buttons in there. Isn't that cute? I didn't notice it originally, but yeah, dark blue, the ocean blue, a little bit of the holographic color, and some yellow in there, so that was a perfect match. Let's see if we can find that blue one. It may have gotten lost amongst all of the other things that I've been digging through here. Just grab another one. I'm going to use this tool, which I adore that tool. It really helps me a lot. It picks up the littlest, tiniest things. Oh, there's the blue. I found it. Here's the blue one. Okay. Get my what happened to my, oh, there it is. Glossy accents. We're going to put one up here and here and down here and over here. Just pick them up. Oops, take the lid off, pick it up, put it down. Oops. This one's backwards. So it's not a long, hard, complicated project, but it certainly is very sweet and special. Almost a clean and simple. It's just got a little bit more depth in it with the popped up squares. Works with any kind of image really, as long as you blow it up big enough. I mean, because this is a digital, you could make it as big as you want. You could actually put smaller ones, one here, one here, one here, you know, design the card any way you want, because they're digits, which I love. Making them any size you want them, and then just cutting them up so that everything is equal. I don't think I'll put a ribbon on this one, but here's the two projects next to each other. One's a little bit different. Now I don't have 12 by 12 cardstock. So I'm going to have to go shopping and find some so that I can build an actual card. But these are the toppers that I'll put on the actual cards. I'll bring it up close so that everybody can see. See? And then you would just pop this onto your card base. Actually, your card base could be the turquoise again. That would be multi-dimensional, monochromatic kind of thing. It would be beautiful. Well, I really appreciate everyone that joined me here today. I'd love to do, let's do a comment call. Everybody, if you want to get in on a free item in the store, TLCDesigns.shop, I have some digital images that are really cute, and there's ocean scenes, and there's One-Eyed Harry, which is just a cute little guy for birthdays for young folks, and then there's this Happy Bouquet, which is one of the digital images. We have Weeking Wanda. We have a few. So if you want to win, go ahead and put a comment in the next minute or so. Maybe I will do a bow while we do that, just so the design team call before the end of June. If any of the viewers are interested in being on a design team, it is a brand new store, just opened in January, but I have manufactured enough dies and stamps to go through the month of August, or the end of the year starting in August already. So there is a lot of things that you're going to be able to color up and work with. I love interactive dies. I carry the double dial die one. I actually designed it myself, and I don't know if any of you have viewed it, but it makes two objects move at the same time. That's kind of a cute bow. And I'm going to have a freebie very soon for the 4th of July. Just go into the store, subscribe, put it in your cart, go through the process, and you have the freebie. I do have freebies in the store right now, so. Okay, James, pick a number. 3?
Between 1.
Oh, 1 and 10. What? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Connie Etter is the winner. I went up from the bottom on the messages. Oh, here, I have to go to Stamp Junkies. Hang on a second. There are some other women in other places. Are they too stiff or too thick to mail for one stamp? They are layered, and I don't know that it's too thick. I don't think, because they're solid underneath, not like a pop dot, I don't think it would hurt anything to mail it, but I don't know what it would cost to mail it. It would fit in a normal slimline envelope, but I don't know what the fee would be. I'm sorry, Louise, I don't know the answer. And they're not too stiff. No, these are not too stiff. These are fine. Nina Adams, I had a hard time hearing you, but this is a beautiful part. Thank you, Nina. I'm glad you like the design. I'm sorry you couldn't hear me. I will try and keep the voice up, the volume on my voice up. So, Connie Etter is the winner of the free digital image in the store. So, ladies, thank you so much. The project is all set. This is the Happy Bouquet. I'm Tammy Louise, and I own and run TLCDesigns.shop. E-commerce store, and if you're interested, just stop by and say hi, subscribe to the newsletter, keep up with the new updates, and hopefully you all will try out for the design team. It'd be great to have you. Thanks. Have a great week. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Stay crafty.